Hi guys, welcome back to some more action with Auxerre. We have the start of the league season. We're away at Montpellier for this first game. We are in Ligue 1. It's going to be a difficult season for us, but I'm hoping we can get a few good results along the way and stay up. But 1-0 down after 4 minutes is not the start, and a 2-0 defeat in our first game, which is not ideal to say the least, but what can you do? It's a new league. We weren't expected to be doing too much, and Dele Alli out for 6 weeks, and Harry wants a better contract offer. We can offer him a bit more in the wages. That's certainly not a problem. He's going to be a squad rotation player. I'm not going to say anything more than that, because the simple fact is that I think that's all he is going to be for the time being, because he is only 18 years of age. I don't think we're going to be signing anyone else in this transfer window. Well, we'll have to see who we sell first, but I think the team is good. We have the under 18s players that we can sign in. We don't have that much transfer budget remaining, and anyway, I want to keep that for sending players out. So for sending my youth staff out to look for some more talent for us to lose at home in this next game. Dele Alli is out, we do know that. Jimenez is looking okay. Zuzak, okay, we'll stick with that for the time being. Apart from Dele Alli needs to come out, and Rapanu can come in. We'll give Jordan Ibe the game. Okay, yeah. That's the only change we really need to make. If we need to bring someone else in or someone else back, obviously we have our main keeper is out on loan, to hopefully see if we can get him to actually his training to increase, as his performance and his stats to increase, as he's not gone up as much as I was expecting. And well, hey, a 1-0 win. Pegrenier sent off, but Diarra with the goal. And yeah, our first choice keeper was letting me down. We have this young guy in who's helping us out, and he's got a clean sheet in his second game, which I'm happy about. We're going to get through the transfer window, and then Gregory Berthier is subject to an offer. We'll check whether he is or was available. Yes, he was available. So now let's go and have a look. See if the offer is any good. See, I'd like it actually in this transfer page to tell you whether the player is listed. Just so it gives you just that little bit, rather than having to, because obviously half the time, yeah, you're not going to remember who you've got up for loan, who you've got, who's available, who's not. So it would be nice if it could just let you know whether you have actually transfer listed the player, whether you've made him available for loan. See, this other one, Valentin Jakob, I can't remember if he's up for loan or anything of the sort. So we're going to have to go back into transfers. I don't know. I feel like he is up for loan. Jakob Cam, yes. It's okay. Okay, they're offering me his value. I'm happy with that. Yeah, definitely. A bit more money into the club, although we don't really need it. So that's 2 players out, which is good. We've got 2 left backs in, which was the area we did need to look at strengthening. Other than that, I think we're okay. Central defence is potentially an issue, but finding young central defenders. Starek Veal. I can't remember if he was up for loan, if I did put him up for transfer or not. He was up for transfer. 61 rated, 22 years of age. Looking at all my left wingers, okay, those 2 are out, hopefully going out on loan. Thelmy I want to keep. Baby, he can play left back, so he's a bit of cover. Right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 centre mids, and we don't really play centre mids. Dele Alli can play central defensive. Kilic is there. He can play cams, that's why he's staying. Starek Veal can just play centre mid. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with my decision to have him on the transfer list, and I'm happy to sell him. Offering just under his asking price, but I'm okay with that. 3 players potentially leaving. We have 1 change to make at the back. Castelletto can come in. Pogrenia needs to come off the bench. Who is my central defender to come in? Sefi? No, Fontaine, that's the one. Right, Can, away from home. What can we get done? Yeah, they've only got 1 point out of their first 2 games. They have scored and conceded. They do score and concede. This one, Diarra missed a penalty. Fuck. Oh well. What can you do? Transfer offer. Conversation. Sefi, my role at the club. Fontaine wants to play more. Suspension is over. Starek Veal is gone. Jose Maria Jimenez was not up for sale. 8 million we've been offered. We'll counter offer that. You can have him for 25 million. Just because I can, basically, and I want to see what they say. If they turn around and say, yeah, you will pay it, then fine. Yeah, there you go, not worth. If they sort of said, yeah, he's worth that much, then to be honest, it's one of those where this would have been a very, very short episode. I would have said, shit, who can we bring in? You guys need to give me some ideas of very, very young central defenders. There was another guy, wasn't there? Lefebvre. I do think he is on the list. Yes, he is. The name rang a bell as being on the list. Coventry again. They've already picked up one of my central midfielders. I'm fairly certain they picked up Starek Veal. And now a bit of a break, and then we have Lyon in our next game. It should be a very, very tough game. And then we have transfer deadline day coming up, which is not going to be that much of an issue this time round. Trimming the squad slightly. Obviously we have all the youth intake from last year, that with these sort of players leaving, our youth intake will be given more of a time. And I just had an idea. Fontaine and Sefi said they weren't happy with the amount of game time that they were getting. So let's have a look at my centre backs. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sefi could be allowed to leave. Fontaine? No, if anyone, it's going to be Fontaine that leaves, because Sefi is just slightly younger. So we'll add them both to the transfer list for loan for a season. We'll let one of them go. Hopefully we can get one of them out on loan. Right, Lyon at home, who have, well, won 3, conceded in 3 though. They concede in this one, but Benzia with 2 goals. Now, he was a player who I was contemplating bringing in if he was under the age, and Baby is unhappy. Wants to play more. Benteke's gone to Spurs. Pastore's gone to Arsenal. Charlie Austin's gone to Stoke. Interesting few signings there. Obviously this is the transfer window that we are in, or we are coming to right now. So yeah, Benteke to Spurs would be a very interesting one. if that happened in real life. Same as Pastore to Arsenal would be a very, very interesting turn of events should that happen. You'd have to say it would be one of the signings that Arsenal would need to make them a definite contender. Tamuzo, we have an offer for. Yep, I'm going to allow you to leave. I think we can let you go. I'm okay with that one. Definitely, without even thinking about that. That is definitely, one we can let happen. Simon Scuffey is already out on loan. Doesn't seem to be improving yet, though. He's not out on loan for that much longer. I'm fairly certain it was only a short loan when I did it. Player has been sold, 230,000. And 3 hours left in the transfer window. We can get these 3 hours done. We can look to have some some staff leave. Ben Idir, 63 rated. Yes, he's old enough. Form is bad. Yeah, I'm happy to let him go. Maybe that was not the smartest thing to do. I'm sure he was on the list, though. He was on the list. So we only have one more player on the list, and that's Greenwich, and all the others are available for loan. So we have trimmed the squad down nicely. How many players do we have left? With Ben Idir going, that'll bring us down to 31. It's a nice... Yeah. I'm okay with that number. Gives us enough room for players in the next youth intake. It also allows us, should we need to bring anyone in January, we have a lot of room spare. Monthly report, okay to here. Jesus Aurelio, central midfielder, looks fantastic. Bogonda looks good. Julian Vanzo looks amazing. This keeper, Marion Giore, looks good. And this central midfielder, Timothy Tahiri, looks like he could be a decent player. Right, youth staff. Scout available, scout available, scout available. Let's set them up. We are going to send this first one to Holland. I want to go to Holland. 9 months, you can look for anyone. Belgium, we've been there before. I'll send you to Mexico for 9 months. And the final one, Italy? Spain? Yeah, Spain. And these are all setting up their networks, which we're okay with. Right, a nice break till the next game. And then, yeah, we'll see what we can get done in this game. Hopefully, it's going to be a pretty, I was going to say, not easy game, but I can't think of the word because I've set myself up with not to put an easy game, but a pretty, how shall we put it, less challenging game. And by that I mean it's a team who we have a chance of beating. No, hit the wrong bloody button. Cam centre forward. Grealish. Left mid Cam. Ibe left wing. Let's try it that way. Let's have Ibe just behind Martins. Just mix things up a little. I do know obviously this season was always going to be a struggle. We were always never going to be challenging for the top half of the table. So being just above the relegation places after 3 games isn't a worry. If we get 1 win in 3, we should survive. Sending off, but we still managed to get the victory. Couldn't ask for much more, to be honest. Dele Alli is coming back to full fitness, which is fantastic news. We've got 200,000 available. Oh, I can actually sort this fine and move less over to wages, as we don't really need that much for wages. We're going to be, if we end up signing someone, realistically they're not going to be on what, more than 15 grand a week, so there's $1 million. Which allows us to sign a lot of players. Up to 12th in the league, 5 games played, 6 points. So yeah, if we can average 6 points from every 5 games, that would what, 12. 10 games is 12. 20 games is 24. 30 games is 36. That should hopefully keep us up. We do need to make a change for this next game though. We're going to go with Baby. He can play left back. All good. Anyone I want to bring onto the bench? Haller. Let's have you onto the bench for Castro, just because I think, if I remember correctly, Haller, you had a half decent. Your finishing was half decent. Finishing of 72. Nabab finishing 70. Martin's finishing 81. You are definitely my player for the future. I know you're a centre forward and I'm playing you a bit higher, but you are definitely who I want to look to rest my hopes on for the next few years. You have come through the excellent youth system that we have here now, and we get a 1-1 draw at home. Martin's sent off. Nabab with the first goal, and then Deux with the equaliser 2 minutes later. Rather disappointing. I'm praising my new centre forward Cam, and he goes and gets himself bloody sent off. But it's a draw. It's a good result at home. Nantes are around us in the league table, so things, yeah, I'm okay with that. That was how should we put it? And that would be an expected result. A draw there. You could maybe say we should be winning that game. We are at home, so we should be winning that game. Right, Marseille coming up. We are going to go back with Nabab up front as he is in form. Tomescu can stay there. Aguilar, Gavore. The right side of midfield is the interesting one. I want to have a look at a couple of these players. I'm sure there's a couple of these players that can play right wing. I could be wrong. Or right midfield. CDM. I could be wrong. And the more I look at it, the more I'm thinking, right mid. Dignome. I knew there was one. Obviously he, as it stands, is right mid for Bethelme. Let's get you in there, fella. I had it in my head there was a couple of players we could bring in when I was looking at letting Tamuzo leave. I sort of had a quick look beforehand, and yeah. Right. Marseille got stuffed by Man City 4-0. Got beat by Lens 2-1, but beat Stade Reims 1-0. And it's a 3-0 win. Kilic came on and was sent off 6 minutes later. But we were 2-0 down by that point anyway. Thauvin with 2 and Ayew with 1. Doesn't help that Kilic is getting himself sent off after only being on the pitch for a very short space of time. Right, Lorient, I think that is. Monthly squad report. Update. Suspension over suspended. Update. 76, no. Reject. 72, reject. 84, reject. 80, reject. 88, continue. 82, reject. Anyone that's got potential of 90 minimum will be automatically signed up. Anyone that's like 88, 89, 85 to 89 is going to be just kept on to just to scout them further. But yeah, anyone that's 90 or higher will be signed up straight away. If they fall by the wayside, they fall by the wayside. 87, 94, 87, 94, 89, 94. These guys are all top quality. Baby saying thanks for playing again. One for the future, Calvin Miller of Celtic. Right, Lorient in this next game. The team, Kilic, yeah, needs to come off the bench. Dele Alli can go onto the bench. Martins is available again. Let's get him straight back in there. Legine, Greenwich, Fontaine, Diarra, Haller. Yeah, bench is okay. Could have put Nabab on the bench, but we'll risk it for now. Lorient at home, who have lost 2 of their last 3 and drawn 1. So I'd be optimistic of a win. I'm gonna get a 2-1 win in that one. Baby and Martins with the goals. We have Haller. I play with my ability. Okay, mate. Well, yeah. I will give you some. You are young enough. Oh no, I don't want to do that. You are young enough, so I will give you some game time. Can't guarantee you how much, but you will get some game time. Player returning from loan. This is going to be Simon Scuffet returning from loan, which is always a good thing. We knew it was a short-term loan, but it was to try and just to kick him, kick his stats as he was. How can we put it? Not progressing. Still a 71, but we'll just have to see what happens with him instead. Castagnier was doing well, so I was okay with that. We have 4 keepers, so I need to look to try and get one of my keepers out on loan. I need to play Haller, don't I? He was upset with not being played in that last game, so we'll chop and change. Having Martins on the bench is okay because he can then come into either the striker role or the cam role, so that's not too bad to have him on the bench. Start him every once in a while, but also when he's not starting, have him on the bench. We get a 1-1 draw. Conte sent off for Reims. Jordan Ive with the goal. Dele Alli and Greenwich both came on. Bethelme, thanks for playing. Right, we'll get through till the beginning of November done, and then I will. I'll call it a day there. Rocking for nearly 25 minutes. We'll get through to the start of November, do a little squad report, call it a day there. Right, I believe this is Lens we have coming up. RCL would say it's yes to me, Racing Club Lens. Yep. Martins is going to want to play in this next game. I can understand that because he has been playing well. Miss one, play one, miss one, play one. Yeah. That's the way it's going to have to be for a fair number of players. Just to keep everyone happy and keep the whole, what's the word? Not so much the rotation, but the morale high, and yeah, just keep winning, keep the winning mentality. But we get a 2-1 defeat in this game. We were 2-0 down when Baby scored. About the last match. Well, I played you while you're in form, but unfortunately you didn't do anything. But anyway, can't worry about that. Cup game coming up. Time to potentially rest a few players. There are no experimenting with the squad. Unfortunately I am, but I won't be giving you the game, mate. I will be giving Castagnier the chance in goal. We will go with Fontaine and Sefi at the back. They both wanted to play, and Don can go one side, Zutak there. Baby in midfield. Kilic and Dele Alli. On the right we'll go with Gavori. We will go with Legine. I believe you can play Cam. No, you can't. Okay, Martins can go there, and Hallett can go up front. Nabab on the bench instead of I. I'm just looking at the young guys that we've got that can just get some game time, and this is the ideal opportunity for them to get some game time. Is this this cup game? I don't care if we get beat. the board may not be happy, but my main priority is the league and staying up. That is, with any team that I'm trying to keep up, the priority is always the league. So yeah, a fair host of changes there. I may look at bringing a second squad sheet in, so I can look to have ready-made one available. But we get a 2-0 win from our B team, I suppose you'd call them, including a sending off for 2 yellows for Zuzak. Prize money of 63 grand, a player injured, Haller out for 3 days. It's only 3 days. He'll probably be back for this next game against Lille, but he won't be playing in this next game. We'll go back to what you would consider to be a full strength team. Jack Grealish, Jordan Ibe, Legendary. No, it wasn't Legendary, was it? It's Bethelme that can play there. Aguilar, Jimenez, Grenier. Yep. Harry's going to get some game time. Tomescu is going to definitely get some game time. And we'll keep Dele Alli in there for the time being. And all my other players need to come back in. Baby on the bench. Martins, no. Granic, yes, need to get him on the bench. Simon Scuffet needs to go back in goal. Castro off the bench. Who the hell am I going to put on the bench? Because these guys are knackered. Dignomo, just because it's fresh legs. Right, Lille away from home. Tough game coming up. Although they got beaten 2 of their last games. BMG in the European competition and Montpellier. We get a win. Ibe and Ali with the goals. Frey with a late one, but not enough. We are in November. And player suspended, suspension over, player suspended. Scout report 93. Sign him up. Yes. I don't know why that budget was, because obviously Simon Scuffet's come back. Nope. Sign him up. 84, reject. 94, sign him up. 85, keep our eye. 82, reject. 84, reject. 84, reject. Yep, I remember why we had the budget so far over one way and not the other. 88, continue. 67, reject. 88, continue. 90. Sign him up. 80, reject. 78, reject. 2 players to scout further there. 76, reject. 71, reject. 64, holy crap, there's a load of shit players here. No one of any real importance there. Right, let's do a little quick squad report. Hopefully players have improved. Simon Scuffet's finally on the move. That is fantastic news. Aguilar's up 2. Jimenez hasn't moved. Grenier is going down, but he's 33 years of age. Cipriano is up 1. Tomescu up 2. Dele Alli up 2. Bethelme up 2. Ibe hasn't moved. Grealish is up 2. Diarra hasn't moved. Granic even is down 1, but he's 32. We're okay with that. Castagne hasn't moved at all, but his stats are going up. We may look to try and rotate our 2 strikers. Castelletto is up 2. Gavore up 1. Baby hasn't moved. Nabab hasn't moved. Dignome not moved. Martins up 1. Lejeune up 1. Ripano up 2. Castro not moved. Comescu up 2. Sefi hasn't moved. Lenogue hasn't moved. Kilic up 2. Ndong up 1. Zuzak up 1. Haller not moved. Fontaine up 1. Bogonda up 2. And that's it. Bogonda is out on loan. So guys, that's it for this episode. I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers.